Whether during the commercial revolution's maritime trade boom or the early stages of capitalism's primitive capital accumulation in the Industrial Revolution, the relationship between goods and money is consistent. Even as labor became a commodity and capitalists exploited surplus value, at least labor was priced transparently under the guise of marketization. In finance, in the 17th century, Newton, with his aura as a physicist, was appointed by the king as the chief alchemist and royal mint master, subsequently rising to head the royal mint. Newton's contribution in finance was no less significant than his achievements in physics. His innovations severed the government's reach into currency. Newton led Britain to establish the world's first gold standard, the Currency Act, in 1717, fixing the official exchange rate of the pound to 21 ounces of gold. This act meant the British currency was constrained by the gold standard, preventing the government from manipulating money at will. To ensure the gold standard's implementation, Newton spearheaded the plan to recast the pound, converting non-standard coins into those compliant with the gold standard to maintain currency quality and purity. The strict gold-silver exchange ratio laid the foundation for currency stability, making Britain a leader in the gold standard and setting an example for other countries. European and American countries like France, Spain, and Chile quickly followed suit. With the US announcing the gold standard at the turn of the 20th century, almost all major economic nations adopting a gold standard monetary system. If human greed had stopped there, perhaps the continuation of the gold standard could have made the world a bit milder. But the expansion of human desire led to wars. The First World War in the early 20th century immediately shattered the gold standard. When the massive war machinery started, a currency anchored to gold could not cover the enormous expenses of war. Governments involved in the war had to abandon the constraints of the gold standard and start printing money. Even after the war, in the ensuing economic prosperity, humans became intoxicated with money creation. The Great Depression of the 1930s, under the guise of capitalism's savior, opened Pandora's box of modern monetary theory. If medieval kings tampered with the coinage under the guise of divine authority, modern monetary theory allowed the currency formula to evolve into money, goods, more money under the grand name of the state. Modern monetary theory argues that governments, by simply printing more money, can stimulate demand for more goods, achieve fuller employment, and boost the economy. The theory was eagerly adopted by the economically depressed U.S. President Roosevelt.
Action is asking for action, and action now.
As expected, prosperity returned with the sound of the printing press. For decades, modern monetary theory has been worshipped by many countries. Whenever the economy falters, governments immediately resort to the printing press.
This is an extraordinary period for America's economy.
That the crisis we faced was so severe that it was going to take months and maybe even years.
Stimulating demand for goods and continue printing money day and night, encouraging everyone from the government to the public to spend tomorrow's money today. Indeed, modern monetary theory, with the government's money creation, has repeatedly created peaks of economic prosperity. But what should be noted is that between each peak of prosperity, there are waves of increasingly fierce inflation.
Everyone is talking about inflation.
Inflation.
In fact, even the progenitor of modern monetary theory knew it was a desperate measure.
Gold is money.
No.
The Pearl Standard theory believes that excessive money issuance can lead to a government credit crisis, inflation, loss of currency value, and financial crises. This crazy money printing damages economic stability, destroys currency credibility, and ultimately triggers financial storms. Therefore, the Pearl Standard advocates for strict and responsible monetary supply management to ensure the stability of the economy and financial system.
Fair to say you simply flooded the system with money?
Yes, we did. That's another way to think about it.